national disaster happens, it strikes different people in different ways. And teacher came up to us crying and said we have to go into the school. And then we had an announcement by the principal at that time. Told us that the president has been shot in Dallas.
Prior to the assassination, what was your opinion of John F. Kennedy? What did you think about him? He was a good guy, he was a bad guy, he had secrets.
Well, back then, growing up, we had the big Red Scare still coming through with the Russians and rockets and planes and ICBM missiles and duck and cover in the grade schools, hide underneath the desk. If that would do anything for a nuclear attack, I don't know. What I felt and how he was as a president. Being young, it was like apple pie and Chevrolet. Your president was God. There wasn't any political. It was right and wrong. He's president. He's commander-in-chief. You followed orders back then. You didn't question. You didn't question the government and their thinking.
Were you surprised to find Sunday when Jack Ruby shot prime suspect Lee Harvard?
Lee Harvey Oswald. Again, another shock. Being 8 years old at that time, I couldn't understand why they would do that. You know, if it was how he could get to him. Okay, I thought he would be under protective custody at 8. Yeah, at that time we didn't have the mass means of communication. We had newspapers and radio basically, in some TV, black and white TV at that time. So now I'm dating myself, but I couldn't believe that he could do that.
Thinking back now to the case, do you think the shooting Lee Harvard Oswald, do you think it had impact on the case, like on the decision of the judge?
Absolutely. I believe absolutely. If Lee Harvey Oswald were to not live, excuse me, we would have found out more. Was he a patsy for a select group of people? Was he a patsy for the government? Was Ruby a patsy for the government to go ahead and pull the trigger and do this? Even though he died of cancer shortly after the incarceration. I can't believe one individual could shoot that many bullets in that period of time, and the best marksman in our military couldn't come close to him. So I have my beliefs as far as a cover-up or reasons why Kennedy was shot. It could have been the Bay of Pigs fiasco. It could have been his dealings with organized crime to go ahead and get elected, with Chicago handing in 100,000 extra votes, and at that time the closest election ever in the United States. I don't think he should have been messing around with Giancana's girlfriend out of Chicago, and I don't think his brother should have been hitting organized crime as hard as he was after they so-called helped him get elected to the presidency.
Another question. Who do you think killed Kennedy? Do you think someone else killed him? Maybe they got the wrong guy, or there were multiple guys shooting?
I believe it's multiple. I think, my personal belief, I think it was organized crime. I think also that people in the higher up government, LBJ had everything to gain from this involved, because his other people that ran against him in Texas accidentally died as well. I think it reaches to the highest levels of our government how Kennedy was assassinated.
One last question. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about the John F. Kennedy?
I think it's a shame that we have to wait 75 years for the truth to come out. For that, I guess everybody's got to sell their books and have their own opinions involved and speculate. And as I stated earlier, I think that was the end of Camelot as far as trusting government. Okay. We were doing an awful lot of things, not only to our people throughout the country on different things, and I like a transparent government, I really do. So that's about where I'm at.